What's up team? Welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to talk about my interview experience at Akuna Capital. So for those of you who have never heard of it, basically they're like a investment bank, I want to say. And yeah, they have offices in Chicago, Sydney, Shanghai, I think Boston as well. But yeah, anyways, this is my experience applying for a graduate trader role at the Sydney office. So basically I applied online on the 28th of January. And I can't really remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I submitted a CV and I want to say a cover letter as well, probably a transcript as well. And then I think on that same day, I got another email asking me to do like online assessments. So I had to do a math test, which they said you weren't allowed to use calculators, and I may have used a calculator. And then I also did a personality kind of situation test. And those are kind of common sense, like it's hard for me to give advice, but I think what I try and do is either go strongly agree or strongly disagree, so kind of avoid just being in the middle, because I think it shows that you're not really like confident in terms of decision making. I think there was also a verbal reasoning one as well. And then after that's done, about a week later, I got an email saying that I had gone on to the next round. Which is the phone interview, and basically you kind of have to choose a time, or you have to say all the times that you're available, and then they assign you a time that a trader is going to call you. So yeah, I chose my time, and then a couple days later I got an email saying like my interview time and date. So that was about a week later as well. So for the actual interview, it was just over the phone. So if you guys didn't know, I live in Auckland, so the time was like 3 p.m. Sydney time. And I think I kind of got the time difference wrong, so I thought it was an hour later. So on the day of my interview, I ended up kind of like scrambling just to like get home and get ready. So that wasn't ideal. Basically, they just started by saying, hello, like, how are you? And the first question was, why Akuna? And then why did you want to, like, why are you interested in trading? I basically was super unprepared, and, you know, I'm definitely not surprised that I didn't make it through. I think I just said something about, like, Akuna being super like technologically driven, which is something that I'm interested in, you know, having studied information systems, and trading just seemed like a good career. I don't even know what I said. And then the next question was, do you follow the markets? Again, I was pretty honest. I think I said I was interested, but I didn't follow it to a T. And I think they thought that was fine, because they were like, oh yeah, we can like teach you, you know, about the markets and stuff. Like, you don't have to know a ton about finance. And the next question was, what excites you about the market? I think I answered these kind of questions fairly well. And then after that, it basically just went straight to like math questions, which was pretty much my downfall. So the whole thing was meant to be mental math, so you weren't like meant to use a calculator at all. Although I guess it's kind of hard, because if they're over the phone, like they can't really tell if you're just, you know, like typing away on your laptop. So the first question was to do with expected value. So it was kind of these like game-based questions. So it was like, if there's a game where, you know, you flip a coin 5 times and it's 5 times like heads in a row, like if you win you get $28, if you lose you get $0, like how much would you pay to play this game? And yeah, basically just like I've learned about expected value, but for some reason I just blanked, so I had no idea how to answer it. And then the next question was like, if we repeated this 5,000 times, like how much would you pay? So basically just a lot of like probability questions, which honestly, like looking back, weren't that difficult, but I just was super unprepared. And I must say, the guy that interviewed me, he was like super nice, and he was like encouraging me and trying to like get me to do it the whole time, and I was just like, nah, this isn't gonna happen. But anyways, after that, he ended up asking just some really basic questions, and he was like, you have to do these in your head, so like don't use a pen or paper or anything. And it was just like percentages, so it was like, what's 12% of 230, or what's 15% of 45? And again, these are like super basic questions. You basically just have to go, oh, 10% is 23, so then, you know, 1% is 2.3, and then you just basically they kind of want you to think out loud, I think. So like give them your thought process, like even if you get stuck, just don't be afraid to, you know, ask questions and just think out loud. Not sure why I'm giving advice here. I didn't get through. That was pretty much it. Yeah, it's pretty much a disaster. And the last thing they said was just if I had any other questions, so I kind of just asked them like, what do you enjoy about your job, and that was a pretty nice way to end it off. But yeah, anyways, that was a disaster. So don't do what I did, but hopefully this video is a bit helpful in terms of what they're going to ask you. Definitely brush up on your like mental maths and probabilities and percentages, and also have a good idea of why you want to work for Akuna and why you want to be a trader, and also what excites you about like the whole industry. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Ciao.